Today, the Mercury Marine destination takes us over to Lake St. Clair in southwestern Ontario. After a run down the highway in the Ram, Charlie joins up with Captain Jim Fleming of Drifter 2 Charters. Muskie fishing can be challenging, and today it's cold and windy, but the guys do everything to put the odds in their favor. Weeds are always a problem, but Snap-on weights can do an amazing job at keeping the baits clean and the muskies hitting. Planer boards are needed to spread the lures away from the boat, and line counter reels sure make it easier to repeat what worked the first time. Persistence does pay off. St. Clair Fall Muskie, this week on Fishful Thinking. Fishful Thinking is brought to you by Mercury Marine, Crestliner Boats, Viking 100% waterproof and windproof rain gear, and Ram Trucks, built to serve. Water conditions are brought to you by Humminbird Fish Finders. Get the big picture. Big waters can blow up fast, but you can be more comfortable. Smooth out your ride with Smooth Move's shock-absorbing seat suspensions.
Get out of the release. There we go. Hey, Jim, that didn't take so long.
No, it didn't. I haven't got a rod set yet. Got to turn tank on. It's not on.
Well, like you said, watercolor's good.
Yeah, weeds are a little heavy, but watercolor's good.
We've dealt with weeds before.
Oh, yes.
Looked like a decent head on that fish.
Yes.
The clicker off. Man, I love these diver reels. That's a true muskie reel with a line counter. Okay, Jim, if you're going to stay over there for a minute, I'll pull that down if you're over there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Last year you had this great system, and then we've got this rigged up the same way, where you've got a release system for your drop weights that slides down, hits the swivel, so it doesn't go crashing into the fish. But you were having the wire break. So now we've done it with 200-pound braid.
Hopefully it'll move in their teeth a little bit.
Now were the fish actually busting it, or was the kinks breaking the wire?
Oh, fish cut the wire.
Oh, wow.
150-pound downrigger cable link cut it.
All right, here we are. Nice little guy.
Nice fish.
Very nice fish. Awesome.
He's a girthy fish.
Awesome way to start, Jim. We didn't even get the other side set up yet.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
Nice.
Girthy fish.
This time of year they're getting fat.
Yeah.
Okay, right in the tank. Jim, you've said before, extremely important to hold these fish up, isn't it?
Yes, if they flip upside down, they'll die in about a minute.
Okay.
As long as you keep them upright in this cold water, about a minute, they'll be okay to go.
They lose their equilibrium if they're upside down or on the side, and they just never recover. And the way we're bouncing today, I'm just holding him so he's not slamming his head into the live well. Now, this is what the system was last year, except this was wire. So now we've double uni knotted 200-pound, see our thread lock in there. So Jim's got this on his little snap, his weights where he changes depending how deep he wants to go, which is an awesome weed collector. It keeps the weeds from going to the lure. So that just clips onto the line, and when a fish hits, that pops free. It goes over the knot. While Jim's untangling, that lure still down there. It goes down to a big swivel on the line so the weight's not slamming the fish in the head, knocking the hooks out of the fish. And you've got a great system where you've got a long leader. You got 3-4 feet of fluorocarbon to the lure. You got 6 feet of fluorocarbon up to the braid. and you can reel this back through the guides. Wire seemed good at first, but it was not. It was kinking on you, snapping, and it's tough on the guides.
Well, it was not just tough in the guides, it was catching in the guides. You couldn't get it back out again.
Okay.
When it was new, it was fine, but after you use it a little bit, it got catching. That braid don't catch.
I love your idea when you said, do you have any 200-pound braid?
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah. About time. It's been a while since we had one.
Now I know. Oh, he's off.
He's off.
Well, I was going to say, I see you're using the bigger lures now. When do you start changing to the bigger lures? What is your criteria?
Primarily 50 degrees temperature.
About 50 degrees?
Yeah.
You go from the smaller to the bigger? Okay.
Yeah. We'll try them. 55 and stuff, we'll try them, but sometimes they work, but most times it's a small one.
Okay. All right, buddy, you stay on. Man, he's just shaking his head. And you can see how that weight has slid down to that swivel. That's exactly how that system works. I'll bring him to you, Jim. Don't reach too far. I'll back up.
You don't have to with that. You can reel right down on them.
Yeah, I can reel right down. Well, he's got that T-bone. That's how they're supposed to hit. He wanted to go left on you. There you go. Awesome. That's a decent fish. You never let me down, Jim.
Yeah, that's a nice fish.
You never let me down.
That's
a
nice
healthy
fish,
looking fish. Got him. Got him. Oh, you know what? That's a heavy, heavy fish.
Yeah, it is. Got a big girth on him.
That's a really nice heavy fish. Excellent, excellent. So much fun. Wow. There you go. You go that way. Hold you upright. I think he's going to be okay for a second. Might grab a picture of this one before we fire him back. And he's already upright. Excellent. And then just gorgeous fish. Okay, sweetheart.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Mercury, power and dependability you can count on.
We've all done this one before. Broke the tip off your favorite fishing rod. What do? It's garbage, right? It's actually easier to fix than you think. Depending on where you break the rod, just find one of your fish hooks, and you probably have everything at home you need to do this. I use, my favorite's a Mustad jig hook for this application, but check the wire diameter depending where you broke the rod. I cut the straight section out of the hook. I've already inserted the wire and epoxied half of it in place. Now you just mix up more epoxy, insert it in, make sure it's straight, wipe off any of the excess before it hardens, nice and smooth, and believe it or not, it's gonna look like a professional job. Here's one I've done earlier this year. I've used it all year. I can hardly even see where the repair was made, and it really does look like a professional job. It'll be your permanent fix.
Conditions today are brought to you by Revo Sunglasses, technology that performs.
The whole planer board shook.
Must be a good fish.
Again, Jim, new day. Didn't take long.
No. Oh, we haven't been set up for a couple of minutes.
Did that ever spring off that planer board?
Well, he's stripping line. He's a good fish.
I hope so.
That tank on.
You know, we've said it before, and I'll say it again. The line counter is so important. When you got a successful lure in the right spot, it's got to go back in the same spot. Oh, nice. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because once you get that magic lead a line dialed in, it's got to go back on the same planer board line, or it could be too high or too low again. So you put the exact same color back in the exact same spot, right?
Yep, that's why we reel them in and set them back out again. Takes more work, but this is a good fish.
I sure hope so. Now, we're using large lures later in the year than usual. Usually you start earlier. Is it because the water stayed warm so long?
Yeah, we try them earlier in October, but they weren't going. We put them out. I'll put them out one side, try 6 inch, which everyone goes, and I'll switch. But it was been holding 6 until the last few days. The water got down to 50 degrees. Actually, we're 49.5 this morning, so.
Now, like I said yesterday, it looks like we're doing the same thing year after year, year after year, but there's always subtle changes, isn't there?
Yeah.
Lure sizes, colors, where you're fishing, the depth you're fishing.
Water color is the biggest because that determines everything. When you change colors, what color to change to. He's cooperating a little more now.
Yeah, it's coming in. Can't do anything other than hope the hooks are in good, and then don't overpressure the fish to rip them out or break a line or.
Yeah, because they've been spitting them awful easy this year. I don't know why, but they've been doing it.
And you really have to trust your drag. If you got quality equipment, have your drag set and let the reel work. You know, it'd be so easy right now to lose patience and start tightening the drag, thumbing the spool when he's running to stop him from taking more. Assume the hooks are in well and enjoy the fight. Not so little.
No, he's a nice fish.
You just never know what muskie you're going to get with what attitude. You got him, Jim?
Yep.
Yeah, I just backed up. Nice.
Oh yeah, he's got weight.
It's got weight. There's the difference. It's got weight. Oh yeah, it's fat. Nice muskie. They are so thick. That's the advantage of coming this time of year.
Yes.
They're
putting
getting
on weight
very,
for winter.
very heavy. That guy used his girth to keep pulling. Got him. Oh yeah, look at the weight on that thing.
Yeah, he's a heavy.
Oh yeah. The way he came in easy at the end, I thought it was getting smaller and smaller. That's a nice fish. They're getting fat for the winter. You gotta love fall muskie fishing. Look at that tanky, chubby, thick fish.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a heavy fish.
All right, in you go. Thanks, Jim. And keep you upright. That was a long fight. I'm sure he's going to need some reviving.
I'll bet you not too much.
But he's already upright.
Yeah, he fought hard.
Yep, he's staying upright already, Jim. That cold water makes a difference.
Oh yeah, big difference.
I love the way that today is starting, Jim.
I do too.
Oh!
Didn't even get the rods back up for the last one.
We just finished putting that rod back in the right place. Fish is still in the tank. And this guy just hammered it.
He is running too.
Oh, there we go. Got the hooks out finally.
Yeah.
There. That's a heavy fish. Holy moly. What a fight.
Got tangled up in a planer board. Had to pull the whole planer board in.
Had to pull the whole side in to get this guy untangled. Beauty. Okay, we'll get him in the tank with the other one.
Yeah.
And make sure he's revived. That was a long fight. But he doesn't seem any worse for wear, Jim.
Oh, he'll come back pretty quick. It's cold water.
He's upright.
But he
Maybe
sure
the other
made
one's
him-
holding him in place, but
Sure made a mess of things.
there's a lovely couple. They've got to be ready, Jim.
Oh yeah, they're in good shape.
Okay, little guy first. He's been in here the longest.
That's a nice fish.
Gorgeous, gorgeous fish.
You got some girth. to
Beauty,
him.
beauty, beauty. Gone in a blink. And you. That's what it's all about right there. Okay, Jim, you notice that fast hatch needed to be replaced? I'm going to just tie this up real quick again. When you're tying up with the heavier fluorocarbons, the thicker the fluorocarbon, the less wraps I put on it. So 60 or 80, I'm only going to do a quick 4-wrap clinch knot, wet it, pull it tight, and you're going to notice when that pulls really, really tight, you want that tag end sticking out at a 90-degree angle. If it doesn't cinch down completely and stick straight up, it's going to slip. But a lot of people have trouble tying with the thicker fluorocarbon. You're trying it with too many twists in your line. Keep it simple. Test your knots for the strength if you're not happy with them. Test them at home. You'll be having confidence with it. But just make sure it tightens right down, cinch it up, and when that tag shoots straight up, it's not going to slip. Yeah, this rod has just that perfect bend. So much power, nice flexible tip. You're not ripping the hooks out, but you've got the power to keep a fish coming. Yeah, I'll take the clicker off for a little bit here. Nice smooth drag on this Daiwa line counter Lexa.
You got a big head shake.
Yeah. Gorge, these reels are just so great, and even, I know you're saying the line counter is so easy to see when we're setting the lines.
Yes, that line counter is really easy to see.
Using 50-pound braided line. I think this is Smackdown, Seagar Smackdown. We've got Seagar leaders on this. I mean, I know a lot of guys like using wire, but the thicker Seagar, the 80-pound leaders, a fish can wrap in that 80 and not damage itself. It doesn't cut into it. Don't like that net, do they?
Oh.
Whoop. Made it tough on you, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
Some weight to him.
This watercolor messes me up. Look at how big that fish is.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's why you fish in the fall for muskie. They're fattening up, they're eating.
He's definitely eating that one.
Ah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Beautiful silver fish. Whoa! I don't think we have to wait long, Jim, to put him back. He wants out.
He was trying to go back. He said, enough for you.
Well, if he's going to stay upright in this tank, I'll just fire him right back. All right, he's going back.
Fishful Thinking is brought to you by Mercury Marine, Daiwa Rods and Reels, Seagar 100% fluorocarbon leader material, and Ram Trucks, built to serve. Tackle today 50-pound test Seaguar Smackdown braided lines. Daiwa Alexa 400 line counter reels with power handles. Seaguar 80-pound test 100% fluorocarbon leader material. Daiwa Saltus line counter reels with 6.1-to-1 gear ratio. 100% waterproof and windproof Viking jackets, pants, and bibs. Mustad Fast Hatch, part of the Fast Hatch system. Made from durable e-glass, Daiwa 7-foot C-line rods. Harvick Comfort Light Boots by Viking. 100% protection from UV, A, B, and C with Revo sunglasses. And the Ram 2500 with 6.7-liter Cummins diesel engine. Drifter 2 charters with Captain Jim Fleming. Muskie fishing on Lake St. Clair on a fully equipped, all tackle supplied charter boat.
These fish have power. Once they get that wide back on them, you've got a nice fish. Look at that guy. Beautiful pike. Freedom never lets me down. The set the hook plastics are so soft and scented. Awesome.